welcome back to the Fireburns Within channel. In today's video we are celebrating the 35th anniversary of Iron Maiden's Somewhere in Time. It was released on September 29th, 1986 in Iron Maiden's heyday. So to celebrate this anniversary, I listened to the album again in full to get an updated 35-year on opinion. Track 1 is Caught Somewhere in Time. I've always loved this track in the past and it was no different on this listen. I love the pacing, I love the chorus, I love everything about it, the guitar work, all excellent. Some people I've heard complain about the repetitive nature in the chorus, but I think it works really well, making the song very catchy and a great opener. 9 out of 10 for this track. Track 2 is Wasted Years. This song has been a little overplayed, I think. Maiden play it live a lot themselves, and it is a fan favourite, no doubt. The chorus is no doubt one of Maiden's best and most melodic. I like the slower mid-tempo feel after the opener. In the past, I would have rated this maybe at a full 10 or 9.5, but I take a whole point off for over familiarity, let's say. So it stays at 9 out of 10. Track 3 is Sea of Madness. This, however, in my opinion, is a truly underrated track. I would love to hear this one live at a forthcoming Maiden gig. The chorus on this has always been one that I enjoyed, and it soars, very well. I love the guitar work as well. I think this is an underrated track. 9.5 out of 10. Track 4 is Heaven Can Wait. Again, I love the pacing on this track. It's so fast and travels along so smoothly, so sweetly. I love the chorus again, though I know this one sometimes gets a bad rap again for being repetitive. You know, they repeat the line, Heaven Can Wait, all over and over. But I just love singing along to it. I find it really enjoyable. And I hadn't heard this track in an age, so I don't have that over familiarity aspect with it. So it was really good to hear it again. So I just have to go with another high rating of 9 out of 10. Track 5 is The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner. This is one of Maiden's fastest ever gallops and the kind of stuff that we have no hope of ever hearing again, which made me love it all the more actually on this listen. I love the chorus on this as usual. And the galloping riffs are just pure joy to these particular ears. You won't hear anything like this on Senjutsu. Nowhere near as much energy, as much pace, as much crispness. And a great big rollicking chorus. 9.5 out of 10. Track 6 is Stranger in a Strange Land. Time to slow it down for a moodier track, which has always been a huge fan favourite. Strangely, it's a track that I perhaps like least on this album, but it's still a great track. Bruce sounds amazing on this track. His vocals are awesome. This is a moodier track, but I rate it. It gets the lowest rating on the album, and it's still 8.5 out of 10. The penultimate track is Deja Vu, another greatly underrated rip-roaring track with great guitar melodies throughout, both vocally and guitar-wise. Like I said, very enjoyable. I really like this listen to Deja Vu. I find it, again, I'm not like over familiar with it, so I don't have that feeling where it's been overplayed. So again, a very cool track, 9 out of 10. And finally, we reached the last track on the album, Alexander the Great. The album closes with a brooding epic, and it has always been a favourite of mine, though I hadn't listened to it in an age. It sounded very good again. I loved the drama, the building chorus, and it ends the album on a great note, being a more epic track. Nowadays, Maiden do so many epic tracks per album that, you sort of you get bogged down in epicness, if you will. But if you've only got one, like on this album, real epic sounding track, then it just fits better. So I really enjoyed Alexander the Great. 9.5 out of 10. So my final thoughts. Has the album stood the test of 35 years? Well, as you can see by my ratings, that's a resounding yes. It still sounds crisp and clean, if a little thin on the guitars, but it has the super clean sound, which I just love. I know the views on this recording are quite mixed in amongst some circles, with some fans not liking the guitar synths that Maiden used on this album, but I think it fits really well. I mean, still sounds fresh, full of energy. It's almost like a whole different band compared to nowadays Maiden. My average rating for this album is 9.1 out of 10. An all-time Maiden classic, only bettered by Power Slave in my opinion. What do you think of this all-time classic on its 35th birthday? Let us know in the comments, and of course, stay tuned, and happy 35th to Somewhere in Time.